I will tell you now, with this probation, there's absolutely no tolerance. If you consume anything that tells me you have a problem, and I will potentially put you in a rehabilitation facility in the jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
I mean no alcohol. I mean no alcohol from any source. The other thing is this, is that this is a second offense. What happens on the next DWI?
A la próxima, delito de conducir bajo influencia de alcohol. ¿Qué es lo que pasa? Entonces, ¿qué es lo que pasa?
No sé.
I don't know.
If you ever
¿Sí usted?
pick up another DWI, you will be facing a third-degree felony,
Okay.
a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison.
Es la penitencia.
If I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. If you do, you get pulled over, it's probably not going to go well for you.
Tal vez no le vaya muy bien.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
Successfully complete this, or what I'm sentencing you now to 180 days in jail. I will probate that for 12 months. You will do a repeat offender DWI education class. 3 victim impact panels. You will do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need.
Es necesario.
If they assess further conditions, you must fulfill them. You must maintain a guardian interlock. Can you run his license to see if he has a license?
Yeah, sure.
What does he have now, a scram? Okay.
Se tiene.
If you do not have a license, then you're not allowed to drive. You will be signing an affidavit today promising me that you're not going to drive,
No vas a venir.
and you must get a portable device. If you do not have a portable device, then you must maintain the scram. You must also no drugs, alcohol, guardian interlock. I'm going to suspend your ability to drive or your ability to get a license for 1 year.
Generally, it looks like his license is currently not eligible.
You are not allowed to drive, Mr. Ramirez.
Señora.
In this short life that we have, do not drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care what you have to do. If you drive, a warrant will be issued and I will issue a motion to revoke your probation. If you violate this probation, we issue a warrant, a motion to revoke will be filed, and we will have a hearing. And if they prove to me that you violate this probation, you're facing 180 days in jail. I am also assessing the supervisory fee on you as well. It's a second offense. You will be required to pay the $3,000 supervisory fee. We will give you 2 years to pay it. Somehow, Mr. Ramirez, we have to get your attention. You are skirting out of here today on a second with bond violations, and you're not doing any jail time. So it is yet another proverbial slap on the wrist. So somehow I have to get your attention. If you fail to pay the $3,000 supervisory fee, every $100 that you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. We will give you plenty of time to pay. The idea is that you learn from this mistake so you do not come back. Because if you do come back, you will pay dearly. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Culpable. Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty.
Yeah.
I'm going to sentence you to this. So what is he told? Please.
Total will be $3,530.
That's me.
$3,530.
Yes.
You know, I think that everyone here on the other side is working diligently not to have you go to jail. So from here forth, you are the one that holds the keys to this jail cell. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, may we be heard on the fees and any surcharge?
Sure.
In this case, Mr.
Señor
Ramirez,
Ramirez,
you pay all the rent
paga
and
toda la
bills in your
renta y
house,
vives
right?
en su casa, ¿verdad?
Yes. And you also pay
Igualmente
for your
pagas
children's college.
Los colegiaturas de sus hijos.
Sí.
Yes.
And if you were
Y
forced
si
to make
usted
these
obligado de
payments
hacer
or
estos
any other
pagos o
surcharges,
otros
would this
cargos,
cause a financial
esto le
burden?
va a causar un problema financiero.
Sí.
Yes.
And would you no longer be able to make
No va
your
a
child's
poder
school payments?
A pagar los pagos de colegiatura de la escuela.
Sí, me va a ser un problema para mí.
It's going to be a problem for me.
And they might possibly have
Y
to
tal
withdraw
vez
from
tienen
school.
que salirse de la escuela.
Sí.
Yes. And you also have medical
También
problems
tienes
that prevent you
problemas
from working
medicamentos
full
que lo
time,
previenen de
right?
trabajar a tiempo completo, ¿es correcto?
Sí, ese es el problema.
Yes, that's a problem.
And so sometimes you aren't
Y a
even able
veces
to
ni
work the
puedes
full
trabajar
part-time hours.
todas las horas de parte de tiempo. A veces no puedes cumplir todas las horas a parte de tiempo. Mediodía.
Sí.
Yes.
Not the first.
No
Okay.
tengo nada
I
más.
appreciate your argument.
Eso es
He's getting out of here. It's a second. He has bond violations. He's not even doing one lick of jail time. I think that the only way that we can really get through to him is to hit him where it hurts, and that's in the pocketbook. If it's a strain on him, you know, actions have consequences, Mr. Ramirez. And I hope that you really learn from this experience. You know, I hope that you don't kill someone out there. My real fear is that, yeah, we've got two here. How many has it been in reality?
Tienes dos aquí. En realidad,
How many times have you skirted to where there's not been an accident? Why don't you watch the news? Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. It's a sick, disgusting fact.
no me acuerdo. Oh,
I've asked you not to use, and you still allegedly use while you're on bond in this court. I just,
en esta corte.
so I have to get your attention. I hope that this is it.
Sí.
I hope that jail time is not it. But like I said, you're under no tolerance. One positive
Gracias.
alcohol event. Doesn't matter who you have in front of me. A motion to revoke will be filed. And it's probably not going to go well.
No le va a ir muy bien.
Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende? Yes.
We give you sufficient time to pay. So around about, it'll be about $140 something a month. So if you need more time to pay, we can always give you more time, give you 3 years if you need to pay.
3 años, papá.
My main concern is that you don't drink and that you, above all else, don't get into a car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol. Thanks, counsel.
Mr. Renteria, I was disappointed in this case today. So I know this is an older case, Your Honor, so whatever date works best with your calendar.
Doesn't matter to me. It's from 2021.
Sir,
So do you have discovery complete on Renteria?
I believe so, Your Honor. We had a thing at one time. We're gonna I'll have to give it to our admin on that and make sure that we have all the videos and do.
Okay.
The only thing we're missing on that, Your Honor, I did want to reach out and complete a new recall. For that one.
Yeah, good luck. Being that it's daughter, so hopefully it's not, shouldn't be too difficult, but, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do 2 weeks just to make sure you have everything.
Sir,
I'm going to waive his appearance for the next one.
thank you.
Once we come back, assuming you have everything, I'm going to give you 30 days at that point. And then after that, it'll be a clear trial. Okay? I've already told him what's going to happen if he takes off again,
Yes.
so that he knows. Let's just be done with this once and for all. And then, yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Renteria, I've given you now, it's a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Alan. If he tells me that he can't get a hold of you, if you start ducking and dodging, it's just not going to go well for you. And the next time you take off, the bond is going to go into just, you understand?
I understand.
I'm not asking much, man. I just want you to show up. And don't be a danger to my county. Okay? All right, Alan.
Thank you, sir. Also, I have Mr. Chauvin. We're going to plead this as soon as the plea paperwork is ready. He's going to sign it, and then we'd like to approach the plea real quick.
Take a seat.
So he just pled to a felony case upstairs, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. We did ask, Your Honor, if they would consider a dismissal down here.
One was before the felony, Your Honor, and one was
I just, with as many as there, so they did what?
Time served on one theft, dismiss the other.
They reduced it from a third degree to a,
Oh, over upstairs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Gaskin,
Good morning, sir.
charged with 2 counts of theft. Looks like you have worked out an agreement where they're going to dismiss one of those thefts in exchange for your plea on the other one. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
It is 24 days in jail with credit for the 8 days that you have already done.
Okay.
You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You need to understand also that if you ever pick up another theft, no matter what it is, if it's a pack of gum, you will be facing a felony charge,
Sir.
a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And if you've been to prison before, they're just going to enhance you until the day is long for a pack of gum,
Yes, sir.
case of beer. You understand?
Yes, sir. I do.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no changing this.
Yes, sir.
This is what you want to do.
Yes, sir. I agree to it.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
I plead guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'll follow the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Chauvin, you're charged with a resisting arrest. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Looks like you also have another case as well, a criminal trespass. I'm assuming, Alan, that was going to be dismissed?
Yes, sir.
Is this how you understand the agreement? It is 12 days in jail with credit for the 4 days that you have done. So that means that you've satisfied the time. The only problem is this is going on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Do you understand? This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense of resisting arrest? Guilty or not guilty? I'll find you guilty. I'm going to send you to it. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you, sir.
We'll have you see the clerk. Hey, come on up.
So I'm approaching on something that's off docket. I was here on Monday about it.
Okay, what'd you say?
It's 2510412, Jennifer Griffin. So we're in here on Monday and I told you that she said she didn't get any notice of her court appearance to be here. And, I thought that presumptively that would be false, but actually the documentation kind of bears that out. Her situation is a little weird. She was detained on a C misdemeanor in Fort Bend, and they took her in because they saw there was a 2B warrant for her, right? So she was in Fort Bend County awaiting transfer to Harris County, and that her bond company bonded her out. She lives in Alabama. So that happened on March 7th, and then Harris County sent by mail a summons on April 7th. And that summons did not reach her house until April 14th, 6 hours after we were scheduled to be here. So she really had not received any notice that she was supposed to be in court until 6 hours after she was supposed to be in court. Does that make sense, Judge? I actually looked up on their certified mail the tracking number, and it verifies it. That
See, you posted on April, I'm sorry, March 7th is when she posted bond.
And if you look at the summons here, it's dated April 7th, right? And it has a certified mail attached to it. April 14th is when it says to appear on April 14th, but it was,
They mailed it 4/7.
yes. And I followed the tracking number on the certified mail, and then it was submitted to her. What?
So when did it get to her?
It said it got to her at 3:15 on April 14th, that she was supposed to be here at
Okay.
8:30. So she actually didn't.
Okay.
So now her problem is she's a mother of two, and she can't get here by Thursday because she lives in Alabama. She said she can make it by
Tomorrow.
That?
By tomorrow.
By tomorrow? No, yeah, she can't get here by tomorrow because
On for Monday?
she said she could do it by next Thursday, if that's okay. She's living in Alabama, and she's trying to find arrangements.
So SFBF for Thursday, but let her know if she doesn't appear, then I'm gonna work.
You got it, Judge. She will absolutely appear that day. Thank you, Judge.
My gentleman that you gave him 10 days confinement, oh, no, excuse me, 10 days jail, would you consider home confinement on that? And the reason I ask is he has a 7-month-old baby and he takes care of his mother as well.
I don't know. I gotta think about it. I've already said no once. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the state's position is on it, This is the one, there was a sexual assault that was reduced to the.
Oh, to an indecent.
assault, and then the-
Yeah.
I need to reach out to
He's like out.
I can reach out to Gabe. I don't want to, that, I don't want to step.
Right.
Is it appropriate,
I think if you knew the full set of facts, because you only heard one side, I think you would consider it.
Then I would like to know.
Yeah.
Because I think it's appropriate,
Right.
I mean, if you want me to seriously consider it, I would need to know why.
Okay.
Why would we do that? Because I have someone who's saying it happens, who's mad at the state for reducing it, who didn't want it, wanted to put him to trial. And, it just came and like kind of bit us all of a sudden, So I don't know.
And that was all new because in speaking with Gabe, I think everything was already set, that she was on board for that or whatever. And the stuff.
She was on board for
as far as I understood, yeah, because that's why they had put it down. Because what had happened is that, just a quick brief facts, is that they were dating relationship and she was the hairdresser. They went out on a date, everything went well. They went out on this particular date. She goes to his house. She's already on deferred for an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
No kidding.
Yes. So she's got criminal history. So they drive her car to a bar, Astros game, drink, comes back to his house, and mom and sister live with him. So she stays the night. She gets undressed, leaves her panties on, gets into bed, and then she admits to kissing, she admits to fondling, and then it's just at the moment of truth, did she really say no? Now, she told you that she was going in and out of consciousness and was assaulted 3 times. She never said that. Even in the forensic interview, she never mentioned that happening. And she did not allege multiple times. She just alleged once. In the morning, she wakes up. She waves bye to mom and sister. They drive back. He drives her car back to her house. They have breakfast at her house and watch TV all day. And then he goes home. And then later that night, she calls 911.
So let's bring Gabe. Let's talk about it, and then we'll see. I mean, I'm not unopposed. you know,
Yeah, and then the
Just-
same expert was going to testify that he could not be excluded, but sir,
tell me there could be potential others? Wow. Yeah, let's talk to Gabe, bring him by,
I can reach out to him, Judge.
bring him by, not today, it's too late
Yeah.
today, but bring him by perhaps tomorrow or Monday. There's no rush. I mean, I don't know, when is he set to go in?
it's Friday. No, is it? I have to check.
They're still taking people in on Fridays, yeah.
Even on Good Friday?
Yeah, they're 24
Oh, he's set to go in
hours.
this Friday. Then we gotta talk tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay, I'll be here too.
Okay, just let Gabe know.
I'll send him an email, see what he says.
Okay.
And he may just say no, and then I'll just let him know we don't have
Show
to
me
do
whatever
anything.
you have so I can see, you know,
Okay.
let's see.
And if he wants to approach and he wants to just give me everything he's got, like I can do that too. So whatever works.
Okay. Now picked up a new case. You now stand charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Your Honor, on April 30, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officer observed a vehicle fail to signal, turn into a private driveway, and initiated a traffic stop. Upon approaching the vehicle, the defendant, who was sitting in the passenger seat, could not roll down the window, and the defendant and the driver were detained for officer safety due to this issue. When the vehicle door was opened, the law enforcement officer observed the strong odor of marijuana and carried out a probable cause search. The law enforcement officer located marijuana on the front passenger floorboard in a pocket satchel where the defendant was sitting. The defendant admitted to the marijuana being his. Law enforcement officer also found a large amount of small baggies of marijuana, a small scale in the driver door pocket, and a vacuum seal bag in the back seat with marijuana shake in it. The total weight of the marijuana found was 4.91 grams.
Mr. Diaz, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, and I am now revoking your bond on the first case. I told you not to pick up any new case. You've now picked up a new case. It goes with you.
Sir, can I speak?
I'm gonna get you a lawyer. Don't worry.
Going to work and I was even driving shit.
Don't pick up new cases. Sir,
Come on.
sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to you. Please.
On April 4, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a suspicious person call and made contact with the law enforcement officer who stated that he observed the defendant going through a parking garage at Hobby Airport looking into parked cars. The law enforcement officer recognized the defendant as someone who had been trespassed from the airport previously. The defendant did not have a ticket for a flight out of the airport. The prior trespass at the airport was on November 17, 2024, and was charged in Court 12.
Dismissed.
Okay. Mr. Bloomer, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Just don't go back to this place, man. It's not hard. You
I
know?
go there and I catch my trips and I buy my food, but those people are so crazy. They keep
They
harassing.
don't want you there, man. Every time you go there, you're going to get arrested.
Don't do nothing. Why am I not able to go there?
They don't want you to go there.
That's where I catch my flights.
They still have the right to say, we don't want you there. So don't go there. If you have a flight, that's a different story. But if you don't have an actual flight, just don't go there.
I'm freely able to come there. Why would somebody tell me I'm not able to come to a public business that I've always been able to come to since a long time ago?
Because if you don't have business there,
I
you
do. I
can
always
still,
have business there. I'm not there just going there. I always have business there. I either catch the bus, I go to the food court, or I catch a flight.
Mr. Bloomer, I'm asking you not to go back. There are plenty of other places that you can go to get food, water, clothes, whatever you need.
Okay, and I'm
Don't.
fine with that. But I'm asking, why am I saying that I can't go there?
Because they've trespassed you there before.
And it was
And
dismissed. It was no fault.
You listen to me for just 2 seconds. They've trespassed you before, so you know that they don't want you there, number one. Number two, they're saying that you're allegedly looking into cars to potentially breaking into them.
No, sir.
I get it.
I don't
That's why you're not
feel like
charged
it.
with it.
Niggas still out here. I'm the only guy that spends money some days out here. I've spent more than $1 million in Houston, Texas. I have no reason to steal from anyone. But if you want to take anything you want, I don't steal anything. All my clothes are brand new. Everything I buy is brand new. I have no reason to steal. I catch flights, everything. I've never stolen anything out here in my life. Now, those people, they keep harassing me. That's what I'm telling you. I catch my flights there. I already have a case dismissed there. They will not leave me alone. If I come there and I catch my flight and I sit down, wait for my flight, they'll even walk up to me, watching me on the camera, like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, yeah, I'm just catching my flight. And they're like, okay, cool, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Or then they'll just walk up to me and they'll be like, hey, what are you doing here? I just came from the food court. I'm getting ready to catch my flight. Well, you got to catch your flight right now. If you don't pay for it right now, then you have to leave now. I'm like, why are you going to force me to hurry up and pay? I'm going to pay it right now. I just went and bought my food at the food court. I'm never doing anything there. I'm not a troublemaker here, and I don't need anyone making me seem like a troublemaker. I'm a college student, and I started college at 16, sir.
Please don't go back while this case is over.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm asking you to do.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
After the case is done, if you have a flight, then by all means. But I'm going to tell you now,
So,
every time you go back, the same thing is probably going to happen.
yes, sir.
So I'm saying either go to the other airport, there's 2 other ones that you can go to, or find another way.
Thank you so much.
Every time you go there, the same thing is going to happen.
Yes, sir.
So why let it happen?
Yes, sir. I just didn't know. The only reason why I went back the second time is because the first time was...
No. I don't want you to say something that hurts your case. Don't.
Yes, sir.
I will give you a lawyer now. You can talk to the lawyer and we can figure out where to go from here.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have bond conditions created just for you to sign, promising us you're not going to go back. And after that, I'll let you talk to the lawyer and then you guys figure out how we go from here. Just don't go back.
Okay,
You know, there's so many other places in the world that you can go to. If you go back, this is going to continue to happen.
Yes,
I
sir.
know you have better stuff to do than to come here.
Yes, sir.
You know, I do too. They force me to come. All right, ready? That way.
Thank you.
Here you are.
For a plate.
Paying all these $10,000 bonds here, $5,000 bonds here, and here you come in wearing a Louis Vuitton jersey? Really? Really? After all the money the county has spent on representation for you, you're coming in here with a Louis Vuitton jersey? Oh, this is wonderful. Have we done a TRAS?
So he has a prior TRAS, but I think it may have expired and we'll need to.
And the prior one recommended like that. But you're.
One way or the other, it's going to stop. All I'm asking you to do is be clean. That's all. It's got to happen one way or the other. Do you understand, Mr. Hunter? You now stand charged with, again, with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 12-month deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But you can't tell people it was dismissed. It's not dismissed. It's if you complete it successfully, you don't end up with a conviction. For you to complete this successfully, you must do an effective decision-making class, a gun safety class, and a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. Forfeiture of the weapon, no drugs, no alcohol, 40 hours of community service instead of the community service. If you do a parenting class, I will consider the 40 hours of community service waived. I would like the TRAS done pretty quick. Like, okay, that'd be great. Yeah. Since he's here, it's probably the best thing to do. Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. You are stuck with us until you complete it successfully or it gets revoked. I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Hunter, that I can hold you for up to 3 years. We will do everything in our power to ensure that you get clean and remain clean. Do you understand? You hear me? How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty. I'm going to withhold that for 12 months. We're going to send you now for a TRAS. You can come back. We'll see what it says and we'll go from there. Okay.
Judge, without going too far into attorney-client communications, I have admonished Mr. Hunter that if he violates any term of the deferred, that the state can start a motion to adjudicate where he would have a hearing in front of you, and you can sentence him up to the year in the Harris County Jail.
If you violate this agreement, glad you said that because I forgot to say that. If you violate this agreement by not doing what you're supposed to be doing, by testing positive, picking up a new case, having a gun, a warrant will be issued because we will file a motion to revoke your probation. We will have a hearing here. And if they prove it to me, you are facing a year in jail. Do you understand? But me, I'm not interested in jail. I'm interested in having you be clean. And we will do that however it can happen. If you're able to do it on the outside, wonderful. If you're not able to do it on the outside, we have facilities available for you at no cost to you. Do you understand? Now is the time. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Come on up, Mr. Sandwick, rolling up here in shorts like he's going to the beach.
No, I just. How you doing, sir?
This is not your first rodeo in the courthouse.
It's been a while since I've been in, so. Well,
Don't come to court in shorts again, otherwise I will put you out.
yes, sir. I
Understand?
apologize. Yes,
It's
sir.
a complete sign of disrespect. There's a certain dress code that we have here. You now stand charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do, because you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Now, ask who the accuser is. Please, sir.
Didn't ask you to say anything. We're going to do probable cause. I need to know what happened in this case.
All right.
On November 10th, 2024, at approximately 6:19 p.m., a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a suspicious person call at Halcyon Games in Harris County, Texas. Law enforcement officer made contact with the complaining witness, the store manager. Complaining witness called police regarding the defendant who came to the store and attempted to sell a previously stolen item from the same store. The manager could not prove the item brought to the store was the actual item attempted to sell. The complaining witness called the law enforcement officer and the was gone upon their arrival. Approximately 2 p.m., the complaining witness, who she met this video, the defendant inside the store and appeared to be shopping. The defendant then took and concealed 2 MTG booster boxes inside a shoulder bag on the defendant's person. The defendant passed all points of sale without showing any intention to pay for the items. The total value of the items was $599.99. This was from a game store owner, Halcyon Games.
Mr. Sandwick, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to this place. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you go back to this place, if I find that you pick up a new case, if you miss court again, a warrant will issue. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we're going to give you time. So I will have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. So we'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And after that, you'll be free to go.
Thank you, sir. I apologize for the short.
That's all right. Just please. Wait. Can you file this condition, please?
Yes, sir.
You are Mr. Coombs.
Yes.
Mr. Coombs, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On April 5th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer saw a truck fail to signal in left turn and drive on the wrong side of the road. Law enforcement officer initiated a traffic stop and made contact with the defendant.
Hicieron contacto
Law
con el
enforcement officer
acusado.
observed signs of intoxication and called for a
señales de
second law enforcement
ebriedad.
officer to
Llamó
conduct a
al
DUI.
segundo oficial para que le
That law
hicieran
enforcement
pruebas de
officer
campo.
observed red, watery, bloodshot eyes.
Observó los ojos rojizos,
Strong odor of alcohol,
un fuerte olor de
poor
bebida
balance, and
alcohólica,
slurred speech.
poco
Law enforcement officer placed the
equilibrio
defendant
y
in
el
custody
habla
and searched the defendant's vehicle
afectada.
revealed a
Hicieron,
phone
I'm
call.
sorry, can you repeat that?
Such as.
The law enforcement officer
Pero
placed
se
the
le
defendant
puso
in
puso la
custody
acusada bajo
and a search of
custodia
the defendant's
y un
vehicle
registro
revealed
del
a phone
vehículo,
cuff and alcoholic beverages.
bebida alcohólica.
Standardized field sobriety
Hicieron las
tests
pruebas de campo
were conducted,
y
and the law enforcement officer
el oficial de
observed 6
policía
out of 6
observó 6 y
clues on the
11
ischium
pistas
test,
del HDL,
4 out of 8 on the
4 de
walk
8 de
and
caminar y
4
voltear
on
y
one
2
leg
de un
stand.
4 para una
The
pierna.
defendant refused to provide a
El
specimen,
acusado
and a blood
rehusó
warrant was
dar una
obtained and
prueba, le
executed.
hicieron
Since 2017, DWI, assault,
agresión.
late last year evading arrest in a motor vehicle, and now another DWI.
Otro. Jarebe.
If you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail, what happens?
¿Qué sucede?
Mr. Coombs.
They will deport me.
Right. I don't know what I need to do to
Okay.
keep my streets safe. But if I find that you, one iota, do anything to break these bond conditions, I'm going to make your bond so high you will have hair falling out. Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
I would figure that it's elementary that you're not tapping alcohol in the car while you drive.
Alcohol.
I am now taking away your privilege to drive, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I will blow a gasket. I can have a contempt hearing, and every time you drive,
Cada vez.
you can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine.
6 meses.
Do you understand?
¿Pero entiende?
Entiendo.
I understand.
Not
Se
to
le
consume
ordena que no consuma
illegal drugs.
o drogas.
On one ankle, I'm going to put a scram monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol.
Asegurarme que usted no-
On your other ankle, you will get a GPS monitor, and I'm giving you a curfew because I do not want you out in the middle of the night. And if I find that, like I
de
said,
la calle,
any
en medio de la noche, perdón.
of these conditions are broken,
Pero cualquiera de
into
estas
jail you will go
a la
with a
cárcel.
bond that will hit the nubes.
I understand.
I am sending notice to DPS now that I am placing a restriction on you that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. Every single officer in this state will know
Sabrá
that if you get pulled over and you don't have an interlock, into jail you will go. Because the document we're sending now to DPS notifies every officer that you're not allowed to drive without an ignition interlock in the car.
en su carro.
Do you
¿Lo
understand?
entiende? I understand.
The worst possible thing you can do in the short life that we have, Mr. Coombs, is get into a car and drive.
Irse en un carro y manejar.
Entiendo.
I understand.
Judge, what was the curfew?
9 to 6.
9, 6.
You're ordered not to consume alcohol,
Tiene que no
illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication.
medicamentos no
You will be
recetados.
randomly tested. If you test positive for drugs, alcohol, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody.
Revocará tu-
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Newling. If he tells me that he cannot get a hold of you, if you pick up a new case, if you become a danger to my city, you know what happens.
sabe lo que va a suceder.
Do you understand?
¿Te lo entiende?
Entiendo.
I understand. People were named
And you're charged with possession of marijuana, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Oh, goodness. You're charged with driving while intoxicated, possession of marijuana, and harassment of a public servant. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or 2,000. Are you high right now?
What? Like, what'd you say?
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, man. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On April 6, 2025, a traffic stop was conducted for the defense vehicle failing to maintain a single lane, following too closely. The felony captured a pit stop at a flashing red light intersection. The officer, on contact with the defendant, the officer observed the driver and passenger to make furtive movements towards the standing motor vehicle. The defendant was identified by text to driver's license. The officer observed slurred speech and bloodshot, watery eyes. The odor of alcoholic beverage was emitting from the defendant's breath, and the strong odor of marijuana was emitting. The defendant admitted to having marijuana in the vehicle, and the officer located a leafy substance in the console of the vehicle upon probable cause. The officer also observed an open beer in the motor vehicle and another Ziploc bag with large amounts of marijuana. The officer also observed a Ziploc bag of narcotic mushrooms and a scale with marijuana residue on the surface located next to a large stack of other Ziploc bags. The defendant had $274 in cash. The defendant claimed ownership of the narcotics in the bag as well and admitted that the items were marijuana and
Psilocybin,
excuse
the
me.
mushrooms.
Yes, sir. The defendant stated that she drank one margarita and that she also smoked marijuana. Certain sobriety tests were conducted, and the officer observed 4 to 6 clues on the HGN, 4 to 8 on the walking turn, and 2 to 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant refused to provide a blood specimen. The search warrant was obtained. The defendant flailed and resisted during the blood draw. The defendant continued to flail and spit on officers and was eventually transferred to a hospital. Blood draw was unsuccessful due to the defendant flailing. Finally, there was another attempt and the blood draw was successful.
Ms. Salas, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. If you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, you better address it, because if you don't, and it becomes a problem, I'm going to do it for you. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm sending you for a test right now, and you're to come right back. Do you understand? If you fail to take the test, if you fail to come back, a warrant will issue. Do you understand?
So you want me to take a test right now?
Right
Yeah.
now.
It's not gonna come
Stop.
up clean.
I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. Come back, and then we'll talk further. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today. Take the test. Come back. You understand?
Okay.
You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to test you like crazy. Do you understand? If you use after today, it's not going to go well. As far as the marijuana is concerned, I'm going to test you like 50 days from today to ensure there's enough time for it to pass. If you continue to test positive, do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm giving you the opportunity now to stop on your own. If you're unable to, that's when things will go sideways real quick. Does she have a valid license? And then any private of the eyes as well?
It's a true first and her license is valid.
Okay. All right. So for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Ramona. I'm going to have you get with Felicia, and I'll see you in about half an hour.
Okay.
Please. You know, pills are a complete curse on our nation, because depending on what you're taking, they become so powerful, the addiction, that for you to get off, when you try to get off by yourself, you'll convulse, seize, you can have a heart attack. Not only that, you build up a tolerance and you keep taking. At some point, you will put your lungs to sleep and you die. It happens every single hour in this nation.
Yeah.
I don't want you to use. If I find that you're using, then I'm going to put you in jail and you're just going to stay with me. It's going to happen one way or the other. I don't want you to use, and I'm going to test you like crazy to ensure that you're not using. Do you understand?
What if I get it medically? Like
A prescription.
yeah, like a prescription.
That can still be abused. And if you're going to pill mills to just shop for prescriptions, I have a problem with that as well.
Mm.
Just because the last thing I want, there's an accident in this case, right?
Well, no,
Like a car accident.
The last thing I want is another death on the street and something major to happen. So I don't want you to use. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Did we put a scram on her ankle, right? Yeah. That device is going to tell me if you're consuming alcohol at any time. Do not put anything in your body that has alcohol in it. NyQuil, cakes, candies, foods.
I took Mucinex for coming, and I'm sick right now. So I do nasal spray.
Okay.
They told me that
Before you put anything in your body, read the instructions to ensure that there's no alcohol in it. I have everybody and their mom telling me here, well, I took NyQuil. I took this. It doesn't matter. You're not to use anything that has alcohol in it.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't use anything unless you have a valid prescription. And then I don't want you to abuse it, even if you do get one.
Mm.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with her.
Mm.
Again, I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If you're still testing positive for weed, it's not going to go well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I had another question. Whenever I went to
Hold on. No. Ask your lawyer. I don't want you to, I've got a bunch of DAs here and I don't want you to say something that hurts your case. So ask the lawyer first. She can always come up to me and then we can talk. Don't just start asking things here.
I'm like, no, it was just about the court date. It was about the court date.
Caramba la bamba.
I'm like, yeah.
You can pick whatever day you want. I don't care.
Okay. So okay. I'll talk to you about that. Then.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Okay. All right.
Okay. You didn't do anything until you sent her.
Okay. So yeah, I want to scram on her ankle and I want her to test weekly so that we know she's not using.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you about that too.
Okay.
I'm going to waive all your fees. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money.
No,
It's about you not using and staying out of trouble.
I don't have no right. A card.
She can
like
see how to do that.
Monday, Thursday?
Yeah.
Or
Just one time a week, random. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you have to leave.
If as fast as we can get it to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
today my dad too, but that's for today.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, Miss Ellis.
The excuse
Yes.
Here's where things get complicated. Some states allow medical marijuana prescriptions, but courts can still impose stricter rules during probation or bond. That means even if marijuana is legal medically, the judge can still say, not while you're under court supervision. And if the defendant keeps testing positive, the next step could easily be jail time.
Charged with driving while intoxicated, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On March 26, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a crash on Antoine Drive in Orange County, Texas. The officer learned that an unknown party called 911 at the time of the crash. It was informed by another officer who arrived on scene that the victim being treated by ambulance. The officer informed the other officer that the defendant had already been transported to receive medical care. Under stroke of the wheel witness, who stated that the defendant was assaulted and struck the witness's vehicle, causing damage. The witness stated that the observed strong alcoholic beverage medical the defendant and the witness came in contact with him. The witness stated that the defendant was still in the driver's seat at the time of their interaction and that it was clear that the defendant was intoxicated. The witness reported that the defendant had slurred speech, was incoherent, and not making sense. The police stated to the witness, I don't know where I am. The witness reported that being called, the defendant self out of the crash. And immediately after that call, the defendant grabbed a bottle of vodka and consumed the entire thing in front of the witness.
What?
Yes, Sherman. That's what happened.
She took a bottle of vodka and consumed an entire bottle of vodka in front of the will witness?
That's what I have here. The will witness noted that the defendant drank the alcohol bottle as if the defendant was drinking water.
Just when you think you've heard it all, man. I mean, really.
The officer observed an empty bottle of toxic vodka, and then went to the hospital to make contact with the defendant. The officer observed the strong odor of alcohol beverage from the defendant, observed that he have slurred speech and glossy eye. The officer read the DIC form for the defendant when the defendant became coherent, and it proceeded to a breath test and blood test. The hospital discharged the defendant, and the defendant was transported to the Joint Processing Center, but was unable to perform the state arrest or sobriety test due to the defendant's failure to follow instructions and to keep the defendant's and the inability of the defendant to keep her head up. The officer took the defendant's failure to follow instructions as a refusal. The officer was unable to get the defendant to stand upright to perform HGN, and due to the physical conditions, the officer did not ask the defendant to perform walking turn or do a stand. The officer concluded the officer offered the opportunity to provide breath and blood. The defendant declined to provide breath or blood, and the officer proceeded with a residual search warrant for the defendant's blood. The officer was advised. The officer was advised the blood would be ready in 2 to 3 days. The officer noted that. That's all I have.
Do you have blood back or no?
I do not. I'm not sure if that in the is referring to. The warrant was presented to the hospital, Your Honor, and a nurse advised that the blood is ready for 2 to 3 days. The officer.
Do you have any pride to you guys?
There was one in Caldwell County that was dismissed, Your Honor.
License?
License is. Your Honor?
This is who, Judge?
It's not on docket. I have to give you a case number. You ready? 255-7402.
Thank you.
If you speak English, right?
Yes.
If you have a problem with alcohol or drugs, now is the time for you to address it. Because stop. There's nothing that you can say at this moment. I'm warning you now, because this is the only one that you're going to get. I will do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. I don't care who you are, what color you are, if you're a small farm animal. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now is the time for you to try to get any help if you need help, because I don't know you. I've never met you before. All I know is what they're telling me. And if that's in fact true, now is the time for you to address it. I am going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not consuming alcohol at any time. I will not entertain any excuses like it's mouthwash, it's a tequila lollipop, hair dye. I've heard it all, and excuses mean nothing to me. If you consume, it's not going to go well. Because of I don't want you in the car driving. You're not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you do, it's really not going to go well for you. I am putting now a restriction on your license that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock on it. If you're caught, and I'm sending this notice to DPS, so everybody, every officer in this state knows, if they pull you over and they don't see an interlock, they will take you to jail. Do you understand? And then you and I will have problems. Just don't.
Judge, this is Carla Lopez first,
Yes, ma'am.
and then you said no driving?
Correct.
Thank you.
And then a scram, please.
Yes, Judge.
You have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am. We will give you an application. You missed court once. A warrant is now in effect for you because you missed court the first time. I will reinstate your bond now, but this is the only get out of jail free card that you get. If you miss court again, you violate any of these conditions, you will stay with me. And I don't know who you have in this life, but if you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000 to $10,000, you will be stuck like Chuck until this case is over. Do you understand? All right, come up. We'll have you sign this. I need you to fill an application. Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application, and we'll go from there. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Sir, you are Said. Is it Said?
Say it, yeah.
Said. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. On April 5th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers observed the defense vehicle going 105 miles an hour on the Northwest Freeway in a 60-mile-an-hour zone. The traffic stop was initiated, and the officer observed the defendant to be driving the sole occupant. The defendant was identified by a German identification card. The officer observed bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage from the defendant. The defendant stated he would not answer questions and would not perform serious sobriety tests. A breath test was refused, and the officer observed 3 empty beer bottles and an empty bottle of wine in his motor vehicle. A blood warrant was obtained, and a blood draw was executed.
Are you trying to tell me that he's consuming while driving?
I just have a moment, Your Honor. Did not specify, Your Honor.
Regardless, Mr. Said, you are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid license to drive. You understand? All I heard here was a German identification card. If you do not have a license to drive and liability insurance in your name, then you're not allowed to drive, and that is a condition of your bond. If I find that you violate these conditions, then I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bond. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, into jail you will go. No more PR bonds.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission, if your paperwork is not done the right way and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with, which could be 6 months, and then you get shipped off to immigration. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No, Your Honor. I'm not allowed to work right now.
Okay, I can have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you, how much money you have at the bank, how you get money, how kind of cars you have, property, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, IRAs. I'll take a look to see whether they qualify, and then we'll go from there. We'll have you give you an application. I'll have you sign a reset with Ramona, and then we'll have you take your signature box.
You said no driving?
Unless, does he have any kind of?
From what I have, Your Honor, he does not have a license.
I do have a license.
Without insurance?
With the no driving without a valid license and insurance. Okay, all right. To qualify, you have to be at the poverty threshold to qualify. If you make the kind of money that you make, you don't qualify. This life is not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you spend. Spend too much and you get into a hole, we can't foot the bill for the taxpayers,
Yes, Your Honor.
Make good money, which is great, right?
Yes, Your Honor. It's my wife.
Stop. I don't want you to say anything. We're going to give you time. There's a gajillion and one lawyers out there. It's about you finding the one. It's like buying a car. You don't go, when you're starting off in life, you don't go buy a Lamborghini or a Bentley or a Ferrari. You go to Toyota, Honda, and lawyers, 99% of them will put you on a payment plan as you go. You have to negotiate with them. Don't take them at first blush. There's literally a gajillion and one criminal defense lawyers out there. So if you don't find one or one's not willing to negotiate, go to the next one, because there's tons of them out there. Okay. All right. We're going to give you 30 days. Don't wait. There's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. So don't sit there and, I'm going to wait until 29 days to start looking. You're only hurting yourself. Okay. Okay. Good luck. Oh, I would also probably look for the immigration as well, if you're not a citizen of this country. Okay. Good luck. Good morning, Mr. White.
Good morning.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On April 5th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched in reference to a minor accident call. An officer contacted the defendant who was standing next to his motor vehicle when the officer arrived. The defendant stated he drank a total of 5 beers that day. The defendant stated he last drank 30 minutes before the accident. Strong odor of an alcoholic beverage was emitting from the vehicle, and the defendant was transported to the hospital to treat injuries. The defendant was stated he was scared to blow and fail the test. DSC was read, and the defendant eventually submitted to the breath test and blew .091.
So there's an accident.
Yes, Your Honor.
I guess they took him to the hospital. They didn't do filter ride tests. I mean, it just.
Yes, Your Honor. Like, just at the moment, I'm trying to clarify here in the DEMS.
Don't. Please.
An accident, the officers find the defendant standing outside of the truck.
Alone?
So, Your Honor. And then stated he was following someone and looking at his GPS because he wasn't familiar with the area and was unaware that cars were parked on the side of the street. The defendant said that he had been drinking throughout the day, total of 5 beers, the last one was 30 minutes prior. Officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverages from the vehicle. EMS was called to the scene because the defendant had a gash on his chin. He was then transported to the hospital to be checked out. After being released from the hospital, the officers asked him to consent to a breath test. And the defendant said he was scared to blow because he knows he just finished a beer and knew he was going to fail the test. The defendant then agreed to blowing once they got to JPC, and the defendant.
So they took him directly from the hospital to the JPC?
Correct, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mr. White, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Do not consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Can you provide DWIs and a license, please?
Yes, sure.
It's a true first and the license is eligible.
Great. Unless you have liability insurance in your name as well, you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir?
I'm not sure yet. I can make a phone call and see if he'll take my case. If not, I'm going to need a court appointment.
Look, I can give you time. Just, time is of the essence. This is the DWI, so don't sit there and wait a month, 2 months, because you're only hurting yourself.
I can go make the phone call right now.
No. Don't do anything. I will give you time. You don't need to run out, rush now, but I'm saying don't sit there, wait a week or two, because you're only hurting yourself. So, what I can have you do is sign a reset with Ramona. I'll have you get Felicia for your bond conditions. After that, you're free to go. Don't use. Do you understand?
Yeah, so if I understand, you're just going to reset it and that's going to give me time to either get a lawyer or y'all going to appoint one?
Right. So
I'll have to come back and do the same thing I'm doing now?
Have trouble, come back in the next setting and then we can talk.
Come back in the next
reset date, yeah, today. So we're going to give you a lot of time. If you still have issues, come back and we can
I
talk.
was just kind of hoping I'd have to come back before that.
I wish I had hair. That ain't going to happen. Well, maybe I get an implant. Good morning, Mr. Valerio. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one.
On April 6, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the officer received a call to assist the department regarding a driver passed out in a drive-thru of a Burger King restaurant. The firefighter told the officer he saw the defendant passed out behind the key in the ignition. Firefighter woke and is eligible.
Okay, you're not allowed to drive unless you also have valid liability insurance in your name. You understand? No alcohol, no illegal drugs. Do not pick up any new cases. Otherwise, you will go back with Ramona. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you guys are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Carlton. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On April 5th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was acting as a witness, a law enforcement officer who stated that they found the defendant asleep behind the wheel of a vehicle that had rolled onto the median of the road. The vehicle was running but not moving when they found the vehicle. The well witness woke the defendant up and placed the defendant in the back of their patrol car. I should specify the well witness was a law enforcement officer. Law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, who was slurring his words and had dilated pupils. The defendant admitted to drinking 2 beers at a restaurant, and the defendant was presented with a DIC form but refused to sign it. Standardized multivariate test was later conducted, and the law enforcement officer observed 6 out of 6 clues on the HGN, 4 out of 8, 0 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The defendant eventually consented to a breath test in blue 064.
There's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're using, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Can you see if he has any prior DWIs? And then if he has
His license is not eligible, Your Honor, and no prior DWIs.
Okay. You're not allowed to drive. I don't care what you have to do in this life. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to say 50 kids, do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You will be signing an affidavit with me today. This is a promise you're going to make to me. You can't justify getting into a car for any reason. If you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You could be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Carlton? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to give you time to go hire a lawyer. I will have you first come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I will get you to Ramona, where we will have you sign a reset. You will get with Felicia for your bond condition, where you promise us you're not going to use.
Sure.
Don't pick up any new cases. Don't be a danger to my city. Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay, come on. Speak English, sir.
Yes, English.
Mr. Castro, you're charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 3rd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer repeated information about a takeover event and went to the location that was put on social media. The law enforcement officers conducted surveillance on the location in an unmarked vehicle and witnessed a vehicle making donuts and get within close proximity of several parked occupied vehicles. Law vehicle and detained the defendant.